What's up, everybody? My name is Jay Wise, and I'm going very, very slow. But welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. The only reason I have this thing is because I managed to obtain it. It only took like 20 points to get it for the festival playlist. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're not here for this slow thing. Today's video is something completely unrelated. We're going to be pitting Toyota versus BMW with drift cars. We're going to see which one gets the best score, and whoever gets top on each side is going to compete against each other. Whoever gets that best score on that case will be the winner of both teams. Well, I'm going to give you the list of every car we'll be testing for each side. With Toyota, we'll be testing the brand new Supra, the old Supra, GT86, the Celica GT4, and the AE86. On the BMW side, we'll be testing the 2019 Z4. I only had to do that because, think about it, I mean, the Supra and the Z4 for 2019 they're basically the same thing, right? They're probably built in the same frame, have the same motor. Then we're going to test the old Z4 M Coupe, the M4 GTS, the old M3, the legendary one, everyone knows about this, the E46 I believe, and the old Z3 M Coupe. Well, they're all two-door coupes as far as I know. The GR Supra, the new Supra versus the 2019 Z4. Let's see how they do against each other. Let's do this. I actually want to see how that goes. It is weird being back in this car. This was the first car I got in this game. Alright, with the drift tune setup, it weighs a little bit more, has less lateral G's just because they are drift tire compound compared to the semi-slicks I already had on it. It's got 1,437 horsepower. I did not know this car had that much freaking power. That's absolutely insane. Oh, once again, I'll be using the usual drift zone that I always use just to get the best score possible for a drift zone that I am the most familiar with. Dude, this is actually surprisingly smooth. Holy crap, this is actually a good one. Okay, it at least felt smooth. 181,000 for the GR Supra. Well, since it is just the start of it, right now Toyota is winning. You know, I almost expect this to actually do a little bit worse just because it is a roadster. That's like the major difference between the two cars. So it probably does weigh a little bit more. Take that back, it even has different engine swaps. Okay, this thing's could probably go to either do a little bit better or a little bit worse. Oh no, it's got this motor, so it might do good. Drift setup, we weigh a little bit less, have somehow better. I don't understand the lateral G stuff, because I just had stock tire compound, and I figured that might be a little bit better in terms of lateral G's. 1,200 horsepower. Same old good old drift motor that I use in a lot of the drift cars in the first major drift video that I made. Okay, I got a barn gift. It better be worth it. Great. Now I got another one. That's just fantastic. I'm just gonna say this paint job was absolutely important. It was so important to have this paint job. I love it. I don't actually expect too much out of this car, but I'm still going to give it my best effort. I hate saying that I might be wrong, because this is off to a fantastic start. Holy crap. Oh my god, it got better. 182 freaking thousand. Okay, it's better than a Supra, apparently. Alright, so now BMW is waiting. If I'm going to be honest, I might be a little bit biased towards Toyotas at the moment. Even though there are definitely some BMWs I do love. Alright, the next two I'll be pitting up next to each other is the Supra RZ, the Mark IV Supra, and the old Z4. That's another thing I had to point out. I didn't get this list off of any website. I actually compiled this list myself. Funnily enough, I actually already have a tune on this car, so that makes it a lot easier on me. I can't believe this has the same power as the freaking other Supra. Holy hell, that's so much power. 1,437 horsepower, are you kidding me? That's almost as much as the engine I had from the last video with the American ones. Okay, that's insane. Holy crap. Another thing, I actually had the tuning set up for every car about the same. So it's going to be as fair as possible. Gear setup, differential setup, everything's exactly the same with every car I'm testing to make this as fair as possible. Bro, this thing is just... I'm so glad this hasn't started yet. I lost control before I can even get to the drift zone. Oh my god, this thing is powerful. Holy crap, it feels more powerful than the other one, and they had the same powertrain. 186,000, okay, I see you, classic Mark IV. Alright, we weigh less, I'm starting to feel like this game is actually biased towards Toyota, so that we have a smaller powertrain. We have the same powertrain we did with the newer Z4, so we'll never know what happens. They all handled quite differently, so we'll find out what happens. Now, back in like Need for Speed World, this was like the car to have. They had a Rocket Bunny version, and it was badass. I freaking loved that car in that game. Somehow, these feel I think it's just because it's actually is a little bit less power. It makes it a little more controllable. For the love of Christ, 187,000. Bro, it's like the Super's like, yeah, we got a good score. And the BMW is like, yo, I'm gonna one-up that shit. Bring it. Forza Horizon's just like, you got bad taste, bro. Apparently, I've already made a drift version of this vehicle. I just checked the tune, I made the changes needed, so this thing should... It's right in spec to where I want it to be. Alright, so this does have the same powertrain as the BMWs I've had. It weighs way less than I thought it would. Holy crap. This thing ought to be a bat out of hell. Why do I bother? 190,000. I should have known it was going to get an incredibly high score. These scores aren't like the final. This is just leading up to whoever's going to compete against each other in the final one. Which, I'll let you know, I'm not using this drift zone for that. I will be using the big fella over here. Now, the vehicle that I'll be using to compete against this in the BMW world is the 1 Series M Coupe. Now, I don't think I've ever imagined anyone thinking about using this as a drift car, but it's a short wheelbase, 2-door coupe made by BMW. They're actually pretty cool cars. Wonder why nobody's ever bothered to use them for that. It's one of the few BMWs I freaking love. This is just one of those few BMWs that just look different. I think that's why I loved it so much. And it sucks that they didn't continue making this series, because I feel like it would look incredible today, aside from the oversized grills. Alright, we weighed less. We had the same powertrain as pretty much every car in this video besides 2. Bro, I really would like to know how people do this stuff. It looks like it has a wide body kit, even though it doesn't. How the freak do people do that stuff? Holy crap! I swear, if it beats the freaking GT86, I am going to... No, I'm not going to lose it. I love this car too much to lose it. Okay, didn't quite beat it, but I get 185,000, which is not a score that you can just ignore. That's actually really good. What the hell was I doing with this car? I must have got this as a gift, because it's just new. Not going to ask, I'm just going to go ahead and do the tuning, because this is the model year that I'm using. I forgot. This car was more well known as a rally car than what I'm about to use it for. There was only 2 engine swaps. The one I'm using, which is a 2.6 liter twin turbo, and the rally engine, 1.6 liter. So I went with the twin turbo one because it puts out more power. It just has less torque. But hey, we can't go based off power here. Remember the RX-8 from the first drift video? Yeah, that thing did actually pretty good. It definitely exceeded my expectations. So this one very well could too. This is definitely a very slow drifter. It's keeping angle with... Okay, I take that back. I messed up. 165,000. Definitely the worst score of the bunch. Alright, so, yeah, that's kind of my fault, but it is a beautiful car, though. This is probably definitely in the top 10 of one of my favorite Toyotas. The next car is the M3 GTR, the E46 GTR. I've already had a drift tune on this, apparently, because... Well, it's not the same one from the last video. This is the GTR model, while the other one was just a regular E46. This one's got the same powertrain as the other ones, besides the Celica and the, well, both Supras. 189,000, okay. So that's the best of the BMWs at the moment. The next and final car on this list of the Toyotas is the AE86. Arguably one of the most well-known Toyotas to exist, for being honest here. Not because this was used in my first video. I've already got drift tune on it and everything. Even then, I had a drift tune before, because... I did drift a whole lot in this thing. This thing is a crazy drifter. It's just naturally built to drift, you know what I mean? 192,000. Alright. Okay, so this car is the one that's winning with the Toyotas now. Naturally, it would be the OG AE86 rather than a GT86. And the one we're pitting against this one feels actually quite unfair for the BMW side. It's the Z3 M Coupe. Just because I forgot to show you, this has 1,356 horsepower. I did not know it had that much. So it's definitely on the high end in terms of power. We got the good old same powertrain. We weigh 1 pound less to 3,000 pounds. Man, these things just look absolutely strange to me. And I say that because I've never seen one in person. I've seen C3s, but they were always convertibles. They didn't have a hatchback. This is so strange. Okay, this is actually probably the most controllable BMW yet. I say that as I dip off the road. Bro. It's tied with the AE86. Okay, so we know what we're pitting against each other. The Toyota winner is the AE86, and the BMW winner is the Z3 Coupe, the one I'm in now. We're taking this off to the big one. The Cara Este. I definitely butchering that name. It's only fitting that they matched in score. This is like a tiebreaker. I freaking love that. Well, I guess I can get this on with. It's gonna take like 5 minutes to do this, so I'll be right back. And I'll let you guys know if I mess up or spin out, I will be restarting. It's gotta be a fair one. And the BMW Z3 Coupe gets 994,000. That's a pretty freaking high score. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it to be as good. It was actually very, very easy to control throughout that entire turf zone. Time to pull out the final Toyota, the AE86. Once again, I will be right back. And the AE86 gets 996,000. It just barely beat it. Just barely. Now, I'm pretty sure I know exactly why this one won. Aside from the more power, even though the amount of extra power it has, you could say is negligible. They're both about the same size. They both have about the same wheelbase length. At least I think they do. I haven't actually looked at the specific stats for these things. This one, I can only assume due to the more power, was able to hold its angle for a lot longer. And this one's a lot more of a handful. But if once you get it down, it can do some insane drifts. So, if we gotta go based on the final scores of both cars, we gotta say Toyota won this one. But if we go based off let's see how each car compared against each other. Most high score, the consistent high score had to be BMW. So if we go based off of that, the BMW would have definitely won in this case. But the final score kind of takes that, and it almost feels like it's not fair. But that is all the time I got for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please, for the love of God, hit that like button. Give it a little more love and give it some love taps. You know, smack the hell out of it. Smash it if you had to. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.